Good morning and welcome to another episode of Eat, Smoke, Drink. Today for breakfast I am having SMWS, Scotch Malt Whisky Society bottling 70.41. It is a Balblair 29-year-old. So let me tell you, it is the Orchard Beehives. So let's give it a pour. Look, gonna be frank with you here, and this is another trigger warning. I used to be a very big fan of SMWS. I used to buy a lot of the younger expressions. As of late, I'll be completely honest, I have been a little bit more cynical about it. Trigger warning. A lot of the young whiskies, they have all these fucked up wine finishes and random experimentation, and I'm all for experimentation. I really am. But I'm finding the more I try it, the more I think maybe the barrel just wasn't that good, or they've rushed the release of it. And then they put it into a wine cask or some sort of funky cask to hide the imperfections or whatever it is, the new make, try to overpower that quickly and pump it out to get lots of revenue really soon. Which I understand. Look, it's a commercial entity, but I just don't generally buy SMWS sub 11, 12 years old anymore. Few and far between have been good, but when you have a purist expression of SMWS, such as a sherry butt aging, or in this case, I believe this is a ex-refill bourbon hogshead, and it's been matured in that in its entire life. Then I am much more receptive of it. So this is a 49.5% Balblair refill ex-bourbon hogshead. So I'm not sure what spirit's been there beforehand, but it hasn't been finished in funky random shit that, you know, adds all sorts of different flavors, and it becomes hit and miss. And so that's why I bought it to try it out. And it restored my faith a little bit, but unfortunately the cost of that faith restoration has been quite steep. This ain't cheap. In saying that, drink less, drink the best. That's what I think. So, yeah. So look, around about the 12 to 18 mark, you start to get into the good zone of SMWS. Around the 17 to the 21 mark, that's when you really get to that awesome Goldilocks zone. It is quite expensive though. SMWS has been pumping their price up from 15 upwards to 17 upwards, and it's been a little bit painful, and the value just isn't quite there. But when they make a good bottle, they make a good bottle. So let's get nosing. Let's get sipping. I don't even know if that's a good tagline, to be honest. It sounds pretty fucking tacky. But hey. The nose is phenomenal. Wow. The nose is phenomenal. Honey mead. Honey. Beeswax, flowers, cherry blossoms, roses. Oh, wow. Old leather, wet soil, muddy grass. Oh, the nose is phenomenal. Balblair is a Highland spirit. Balblair engages in slow fermentation, slow distillation, and I would only presume they do that to build more character in the fermentation process, to build more character in the distillation process. And I have had some Balblair distillery bottlings before, and they have been generally not bad, but this is something else. This is something else. I'm not getting any spirituous flavors at all. It smells like nectar. It is nectar. Syrup. Look at those funky legs. Fantastic. I'm getting diluted black tea. Sugar syrup. Wow. I'm getting a fruit. I don't know what. Overripe pear. I'm getting overripe pear. I'm getting jackfruit. I'm getting jackfruit. Earl Grey tea as well. You know what? I'm curious. I'm going to look at the description. Rich golden honey trickled from honeycombs. I'm definitely getting the honey. I'm definitely getting the honeycomb. Bruised apples. I didn't get the bruised apples, but I did get the bruised pears. Overripe pear. There you go. That lay scattered beneath the blossom. I'm getting the floral nature of it. Cedarwood. I didn't get the cedarwood. Brioche bread. I'm getting the buttery-ness. Not quite the brioche bread, but I'm getting buttery-ness. I guess you could put that together as well. That's one of the first times where that is super accurate. Like, sometimes they're a bit kind of funny, but that is super accurate. What you read is what you get. That is astonishingly accurate. On the nose anyway. Wow. Wow. Let's sip. Cheers. There comes the cedarwood. The cedarwood is apparent. Opening your humidor before you put cigars in it. That's cedar. Spanish cedar. Wow. It has a little bit of fire, but not too much. The fire is beautiful. It's beautiful. Interesting character. Complex, oily, robust, chewy, syrupy. It is heavy. The palate lingers. The finish lingers. Oh my golly. My golly. Woo! That is so good. That is truly a treat. And once again, a good whiskey. Number one sign is with the second sip, third, fourth, fifth, new flavors and sensations reveal themselves. The heat mellows, but it's still there. Hay. I'm getting a little bit of hay. A little leatheriness. Old wet leather. But it's fruity. It's sweet. Honeycomb. The cedar is there. The tannin is there. Earl Grey tea. Watered down tea. Very, very faint hints of citrus peel. A dried orange peel. But not much. Just a hint. But it is definitely sweet and honey and floral and fruity on the as a general theme. On the nose, I didn't get the bruised apple. On the palate, I get the bruised apple. On the nose, I get the pear, the overripe pear. But on the nose, on the palate, I get bruised apple. Third sip, sounds a bit weird, but I'm getting a little bit of cherry cola. A little bit of cherry cola, the limited edition cherry coke. I'm getting a little bit of that. I'm getting a little bit of dark chocolate as well on the third sip, which is awesome because on the first two, it just wasn't there at all. On the third sip, it just reveals itself and your palate just gets it. Let's see what the fourth holds. Oh, far out. This is so good. This is so good. This bottling is worth every penny. I would prostitute myself for one. Actually, I do that for a lot of whiskeys, but that's not saying much. So, it is good. It is good. Oh. There is a fruit that I cannot put my finger on. The jackfruit on the nose, it's different. The sickly sweetness, that's different. Slight flowery souriness, but fruity at the same time. I'm just trying to get into my memory banks. Let me just access that. If you just hold for me. Just hold. Guava. Guava. It has a slightly crunchy guava. Do you know when the guava is still a little bit crunchy? Not quite so sweet. It's got a little bit of that flavor. Wow, this is this particular whiskey is so, it's got such depth to it. The complexity is absolutely astonishing. Absolutely astonishing. I'm going to save a little bit of this, and I'm going to see if I can collaborate with a particular channel that I've been collaborating with lately. First Phil Whiskey. Phil, here's looking at you. I'm going to ask him to see if he wants to do it, okay? I can't promise anything, but I'll ask him if he wants to do it. It is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, wow, that's absolutely astonishing. Now look, I'm not going to try it with water. That's up to you to experiment. I've stopped reviewing with water, just because I'm just going to review it as is, and then you can decide if you want to add water to an experiment. I encourage that, but I'm not going to do it anymore. Oh, wow, this is just fantastic. It's absolutely amazing. Oh. Oh my god. So good. Cigar pairings. I would pair any cigar with this. Peppery cigars, the sweetness can complement that. Sweet cigars and Maduros and triple Maduros, if you want overload of richness, you know? Like, do you like low and slow barbecue, beef rib, beef brisket, chicken wings? Then hey, this is for you, you know? A bit of mac and cheese. If you like that overwhelming richness, then you can have it with a triple Maduro cigar. I like overwhelming my senses, and I like after a meal or after a special treat like this with a cigar, I like to sit there and go, oh, what have I done? What have I done? You know, I like that feeling. So if you like that feeling of overindulgence, then do that. Cubans, I'd say it is quite a robust whiskey, but once again, I think a Cuban could actually could pair with it as well. Any cigar I think would be good with this. It's robust enough to hold it, and it's sweet enough to counteract any pepperiness and spiciness and any you know, like a really strong cigar you've got. So this is a fantastic dram. Until next time, this has restored my faith in SMWS, and I will be in the lookout for older expressions that's within my Goldilocks zone of value for our tastings. Maybe if it's not in the value, I'll do it anyway. Excellent. Well done, SMWS. This bottling is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Until next time, make sure you eat, smoke, drink. That's not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. You know, what can go wrong? Cheers. Thank you.